Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel Brotherhood Nation Entertainment. So, just starting off, let me go ahead and actually address the Vigilant Christian Mario. So, he has been going through a rough patch with his channel, his Truth Movement channel of the Vigilant Christian, where he pretty much exposed, I want to say, the evils and the darkness of Hollywood at times, of the music industry at times, the entertainment industry, just, so on and so on. Because, again, there's, for every good, there is a bad, But, again, the good overall outweighs the bad. We know. God versus Satan, God wins every time. So forth and so forth. But he dedicated that channel towards, exposing, all this stuff that needed to be exposed and or just needed to be talked about, needed discussions and debates and etc. And he did marvelous work on that channel. But now because of, God knows how many, I want to say different laws and rules here and there in whatever country it is, they're now trying to take not only him off YouTube, but they're trying to take multiple channels off of YouTube, and again, if you really look into contents of what he did and what so many other Christian truthers do, again, the bans that some of these people are trying to put on these people's YouTube channels are completely bogus. They're completely bogus. They're absolutely completely bogus. You can tell anybody can tell the difference. Trust me, I think anybody with a fair, logical, rational mind can tell the difference between you exposing something versus you trying to, cause an all-out riot, brawl, or whatever else words you want to put there. He didn't do any of that. All he was doing was spreading the true, authentic gospel backed up by doctrine and exposing what needed to be exposed and having communication, starting conversation with things that needed conversation. That's all he did. All he did. He did not truly violate any of these, guidelines that these people were, trying to put on him. So God bless the Vigilant Christian Mario. He probably might never ever hear this, will see this or hear this video. Bro, I've been watching your channel for years. I definitely didn't agree with everything you said. I definitely thought you were reaching on some of your videos. But again, I definitely overall enjoyed your work. And I do hope that eventually, somewhere down the line, these censorships, they go away. Because, again, if you take these censorships to court, I'm pretty sure any rational minded judge would say, this is bogus, this is biased, throw this thing out, restore this man's channel, or restore these people's channels. So, again, all glory be to God. At the end of the day, man, I see you on your other channel, the Vigilant, vlog. You're growing, you're maturing, you're doing better, and etc. Keep staying strong in the Lord and keep following God's plan for you. I do definitely believe if it's meant for you to get back into, the truther movement, you're definitely gonna get back into it. But it has to be a time and a place where you're not gonna be immediately, banned or copy striked, whatever the words are, for exposing something that legitimately needed to be exposed, or starting conversations over something that needed legitimate conversation for, and etc. Because I was that close to making because again, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't know whether, again, YouTube will ever take this video down or whatever else, for whatever reason they might, I don't know. But, I was this close to making an independent promotional video for YouTube, but then when I saw what they was, because, like, for example, it's like, YouTube to a certain degree, just like with almost any social media platform and etc., you can categorize this and that to your own personal preferences and likings. So I was that close to making a independent promotional video for YouTube based upon that. But then when I saw what they did to Vigilant Christian Mario, I'm like, yeah, you don't need me to give you any promotion like that, because that's just what they did to him is wrong. And I'm a fan of you, Vigilant Christian Mario. So if you ever see this bro, God bless you, love you, take care. God got your back. I got a plan for you, like He got a plan for each and every last one of us. And keep taking care, keep staying strong and vigilant in the Lord Jesus Christ, salvation Almighty. Again, I've been preaching God and Jesus on this channel for years. Not as long as he has, but for years. But I've been doing it for quite some time. The reason why my videos definitely, because I've said some things, if you were to ask me on this channel, where, trust me, eventually they might take it down, they might issue me this, they might issue me that, But the reason why that hasn't happened yet, it probably won't happen for the next few months or years, is because my channel is not nearly as big as his was. His is big to where it has thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Mine has 100 and something, 133. And my views don't. I mean, a lot of my videos barely crack over. At times even 2, 3, 4, 5 views. Depends on what it is, what I'm doing in it, what I'm talking about. Depends if it's this or music, how I market it, how I promote it, and just if people have an interest and care. But obviously, you can go up and down and see some videos caught on at times, some videos didn't. Most really didn't, but you see that some did, and you see where they obviously have been elevated over time. But God bless Vigilant Christian Mario either way, and hopefully YouTube and etc. will realize that what they're doing is absolute garbage. And if you were to ask me, free speech is one thing to try to protect this and that under, but I can assure you what you really need to protect it under is the fact being this is sound doctrine and etc. It's not like you were just making stuff up. It's not like you were calling for a bunch of negative riots here and there. No, you literally just backed up sound doctrine, and exposed what really needed to be exposed and started conversations that really needed to be started based upon sound doctrine and based upon all those things and more. So like I said, God bless all the people at YouTube and hopefully getting this stuff solved, because again, if you really want, because I really want YouTube to go back to their broadcast yourself model, which it can still be in some cases, it still is, but you need to do it where it is fair reign, ladies and gentlemen, fair reign, rather than because you're doing this and you're doing that. Like I said, if you're not trying to if you're not trying to incite negative riots and negative bullying tactics and so many other things I can name, you should not be getting strikes. You should not be getting your channel taken down. You should not be. None of that should be happening. And that's why I'm saying, if you took some of these cases to the Supreme Court or to whatever court, I'm pretty sure the judge would throw YouTube on. You just throw them. They would probably just throw them. They'd be like, throw this suit out. This they'll be like, give this man or this woman, this child, their channel back. It's bogus. It's biased. It's garbage. And the evidence is literally right there in front of you. It does not take Einstein. It's literally common sense and etc. But like I said, you can look up and down my channel. I'm talking God. I'm preaching Jesus. But the only difference is his channel had thousands. Mine has 133. But again, God bless Vigilant Christian Mario. I just really wanted to get some of that stuff off my chest right quick, because I've definitely heard him talk about it and some other people talk about their channels, being possibly removed. Again, they just went in and how do I put it? They really just went ahead and moved everything from Alex Jones' channel. I mean, he was like the first tip off the block. Again, I didn't agree with all his opinions either, but I can definitely assure you that still he gave a lot of good insight, if you were to ask me. With certain things he gave a lot of good insight on. You can't knock it, literally. Unless you want to be biased to everything, which a lot of people are biased to everything, which is one of the types of way you have the society in which we live in today. A lot of people are biased about everything, or some things. But again, how are you going to pick it apart? How are you going to analyze it to where if you went into a court, fair justice will be served, and etc. But one of the top reasons I want to make this video, ladies and gentlemen, God bless Vigilant Christian Mario. One of the top reasons I want to make this video is really, again, to focus on my document, to come up and focus on how, like I said before, with my music, I had never made over $50 with it, but I definitely made a few dollars here and there, and etc. Again, I still don't know when my iTunes days are going to come, Spotify, and etc. But I can assure you that, if you follow my Snapchat at NJ2THECITY, you would know that I am now starting to fill out job applications around my community. One of the top reasons why, because they're hiring literally everywhere, so you really can find a job literally any and everywhere, legally and appropriate, that is. It just depends on what you want. What you want, ladies and gentlemen. What you want, what fits your schedule, your budget, and etc. And for me personally, making money off of something, knowing that I can, go out there and I feel like making money off of something is going to ease my mind about my music now. I'm going to still be working hard or harder on my music to make sure I'm getting out all the messages I need to get out. I'm helping heal this culture, helping bridge more gaps, help bring more people to Jesus Christ, and etc. But I'm gonna have more ease about it now, or I'm gonna, yeah, I guess more ease about it, something like that, because I know that I'm bringing in money through something, you know, rather than holding out on bringing it in with music, which is what I've been holding out on for the past 2-3 years of my life. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be bringing in the money with something to where now I can have more of a peace of mind with how I work on my music versus gotta make this record here and now because of the money that I want to make off of it here and now, even though I don't have an immediate form of doing it, and etc. So I mean, it's definitely been something. I wouldn't say it's been hugely challenging, but it's definitely been its little journey. It's been a tad bit challenging, but it's mostly been his journey. Again, documented come up, ladies and gentlemen, because I would never forget back in I think that was 2013 or 2014. I'll never forget being on SoundCloud, or 2015. I'll never forget being on SoundCloud, and I had I think it was Make My City Light Up Through a Walk with God, EP or album, something like that. I'll never forget having released that. And the one that and again, the quality was cringy, by the way. Just let you know, the quality's cringy. If you can ever find that album on YouTube, or not YouTube, SoundCloud, just note that the quality's gonna be very, very cringy. Like I said, I've grown from 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, now we're 18. I don't grown dramatically in how I produce my music. Still using the same software, but I've just gotten smarter with some mixes. I've gotten smarter with some vocal deliveries, some flows, and I've gotten a tad bit smarter each and every time. Not deciding to regress the time, because sometimes I have taken 2 or 3 steps forward to take like 10 steps back or whatever. It just depends on what record it is and when I released it, and etc. I literally have a good explanation for at least a majority of what I've released over the last 2-3 years. I got a good majority explanations for why this is that, and etc. But God bless GarageBand and all the great additions they've added and everything, because again, I definitely would not have made a lot of the good songs I made without a lot of these loops that I'm just mixing together. Not that I haven't made some of these organically, I have, but it's been more of, I made definitely over the past few years, I've, couple of years definitely, I've made more of these songs through loops than I ever did, organically. I have made some, but it was more like 99.9% through the loops. I just mixed the loops and etc. But again, I'm overall blessed for it. Either way it goes, I have no shame in it, God honestly, because again, being a part of being a good producer is being able to mix. If you were to ask me, those definitely go hand in hand to a certain degree, if not to every degree. And I'll never forget, dropping that album on SoundCloud, thinking to myself, what about getting paid? I was hungry to get paid, or I expected to get paid, but I didn't know how I was gonna get paid. But I dropped it, and I'm like, okay, where's my payday at? I didn't have one. I had no way to get it, but it was on my mind about getting paid from it. It's quite amazing being 15, 16 years old, what I thought, or being 14, 15, what I thought. I think I was 15, 16, but it's amazing what I thought, what I wanted, what and etc. It's really, really amazing. The documented come up with, ladies and gentlemen. And again, God bless all my younglings out there, for better and for worse, who do look up to me, who don't look up to me, who just have mutual love and admiration, or just mutual love and respect. Either way it goes. We're all family here, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before. No one's going as hard for your schools and rapping your communities as hard as I am, and trying to shout you all out in songs and tweets and Snap, Insta like I am. At least if you were to ask me. I'm trying to, set trends, set trademarks for Jesus with all this stuff, and I'm trying to own this stuff. Like, I got my models, my lingos that I live by, and I try to, own it to the best of my abilities each and every day of my life. It's all blessing through the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ salvation each and every day. But again, you can go onto this channel and go see my song titled All Blessings that I released, I think, a month ago. So, like I said, again, continuously hope and wish everybody having a great, beautiful, blessing of the month thus far. Like I said, I got a lot of music to make that's going to speak to a lot of demographics, beat-wise and lyrical-wise, because I do understand a lot of people are hurting and they need that culture healing music. However long it takes the music to pop off, I just know they definitely need it, and they definitely need to know it's there. And whenever they're ready to listen to it, they definitely can listen to it, soak it up, learn from it, build from it, and etc. Boom, coming soon. I love y'all. God bless.